What's going on, good people? Excuse the nasalness, and you'll hear a lot of that, and a little bit of red eyes. Um, First cold of the winter, I caught it. Well, changing weather's not necessarily winter, but you get it. Anyway, um, I saw something a few minutes ago that kind of blew my mind. So there's a sister named Gina Rodriguez. I don't particularly know her. I did a little research. She's an actress from Chicago and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the big deal is she was sitting in probably her makeup chair, but she was getting her hair done. I think she might have been preparing for a role or something, but she was singing the refugee song, and it came to the part where Lauren Hill was rapping, and the verse was, I'm not gonna go through the whole verse, but the portion she sang, recited, I should say, on Instagram and posted on Instagram was "Front niggas give me heebie-jeebies." Okay, so any of you that have been following me for a while know I don't ever say something 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 N word. The word is nigga, niggas, nigga, however you want to say it. It's derogatory. It's a fail. It's not something we should say. And I only say it in discussions like this, or when I'm making a point about how it shouldn't be used and we shouldn't use it. No one should use it. So let's be clear right out the gate that I'm not a fan of it. I don't use it. I don't even play with it. I leave it out of my vocabulary and have for several years. Again, anyone who knows me personally, out of respect, they don't use it to me, around me, at me, or anything of that measure. And I appreciate everyone that does that. That shows who truly loves you because they respect your boundaries. Okay. Anyway, I've listened to rap in particular from the days of King T, um, Sugar Hill Gang. I mean, going all the way up. I've listened to rap, and I listen to rap today. Um, some people may be surprised by that, but I do, and I listen for lyrical content. I like stories. I like the way these brothers and sisters paint pictures with words. I do not appreciate and do not accept when even they use the word nigga. Although I understand, and that's with quotations on it, I understand they use it in the context of their flow, and it's something our young people have embraced, which is baffling to me. But I don't think it makes it right. But I go along with it in terms of how it's flowing in music, or even if it's poetry or something like that. I get what the emphasis, how it's used for emphasis. I still don't agree with it, but I get it. And you don't always have to agree with something in order to understand it. I'm just not going to use it. So anyway, back to Gina Rodriguez. She recited the verse of a classic multi-platinum song on an album that was uh, that was said by a super talented, well respected artist in Lauryn Hill, part of a well respected group, the Fugees. But she has been dragged through the mud apparently about saying the word nigga. We have um, Jay Z. I like Jay Z's music. I love Jay Z's music. Jay Z did a whole song entitled it "Still Nigga." He and Kanye West did a song "Niggas in Paris." I could probably go through my mind and pull 1,000 different songs that were titled with the word nigga in it, albums with the word nigga in it, rhymes and raps with the word nigga in it, performed by black folks, Hispanic folks, and we got a couple of white folks that stepped out and did the same thing. All of these men and women were, for lack of a better description, they were applauded for their efforts in their raps, in their rhymes. And this is not strictly rap music. It's done in R&B as well. Um, Forgive me, but I can't recall any names, any titles, or anything right now. But it's done in R&B as well. So we have black, mostly black and Hispanic men and women who are rapping or singing verses with the word nigga in it. And I mean, we sing along. We play the music. We buy the music. All kinds of stuff. But so why is she being held accountable, so to speak? Why aren't these other people being held accountable? Why is it such a crime that she did it? I don't understand that. I don't understand that double standard. Um, I don't understand why we use the word still, knowing it's hurtful, knowing it's painful, knowing the history of it, where it came from, how it came about, why we keep trying to justify it. I don't know why we do any of those things, but I think the biggest thing is how are we picking and choosing who can or cannot say it? Pardon me if the lighting is a little different, but the first 6.5 minutes of this video was done earlier in the evening, and I've been dealing with a little crisis. Now it's not little, but I've been dealing with a crisis, and I couldn't really focus on the. I couldn't really focus to get the rest of this out, but it's late night. I'm up still, and I wanted to at least finish off this thought. Um, I guess overall, what I'm saying is this woman who is Hispanic. I believe she said she's Puerto Rican, to be exact. Again, I don't know her. I'm not familiar with her, but that doesn't change the fact that she's Puerto Rican, and you know, we black folks, we tend to do hold double standards sometimes. So I know I've heard growing up, um, when it comes to Puerto Ricans or Dominicans in particular, you hear, you're just as black as I am. You're African like I am. You're of African descent like I am. Why do you not identify with your blackness? Why do you shun us like you're white? You're not black too. So then you have generations of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans who actually have embraced the African side of them, understanding their lineage. And that became a problem. And then it got even deeper where, hey, if you're black and you can say nigga and you say I'm black, well, I can say nigga too. But the problem lies in the fact that they didn't get called out for it. Artists like Fat Joe, artists like Big Pun, rest in peace, are two that I can think of. Two Hispanic rappers that made it big. And I love Joe. And I was a Big Pun fan for real, for real. So this is not me trying to, knock them down, but both of them use the word plenty. Um, I was just watching the video. Cuban Links, old head. He old head only because he's not making music anymore, but or at least none that I've heard of lately. Another Hispanic brother who used the word in his raps. Um, and I could probably dig through my thoughts and come up with a few more, but I'll just use those guys in particular. Nigga, 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 nigga. It's in all of their songs, and it's recited. It's recited over and over and over because they have some popular songs, and like any song that you like, you sing along with it. But why is it okay that we can say it, but certain people can't? I know I kind of went off on a tangent here, but I want to bring it all the way back. Why is this Latino woman, Latino, Latina? I hope I'm using the right terminology. We all have so many different names and descriptions. It's crazy. um, but why is Gina Rodriguez being dragged through the mud for something that's commonplace in her neighborhood, in her family? She explained. Excuse me. Told you it was coming. She explained that her dad is, I believe, Afro Latino. In her family, they recognize their African heritage. Um, so she didn't do anything that's out of the norm, and she said something that really kind of hit home. She said, if she's being called anti-black, then she's being called anti-family because this is in her family. So again, why are we this way? I expect um, a few of you to look at me sideways. I expect to get some funky little comments from this, but my thing is, if you don't talk about it, you don't understand it, and I'm trying to understand it. Again, it's not welcome in conversations with me. I've deleted posts where people use it. Um, I've stopped talking to people who have insisted that it's okay to use it. I don't use it. I don't care if you're black. I don't want you to use it. I don't care if you're black, Hispanic. I don't care what you are. Don't use it around me. And I think that just makes life a lot more pleasant for all of us. I am looking forward to hearing your comments, reading your comments. You all follow me on the Stark Naked Truth on YouTube. I also have obviously my Instagram where you guys will watch me. I have a website, www.thestarknakedtruth. I really want to hear from you guys. This last quarter of the year, I'm making a big push and trying to get several video sessions together. I recently in the morning, yesterday morning as it is now, I reached out and said to several fellas, and I said, I want to do a segment, and I want to do a segment about sex, talking to fellas about sex. Women, ladies, if you got questions that you want me to ask these guys, because I don't even know all the questions you all want answered. If you got questions you want me to ask these guys, send them to me, inbox them to me, DM them to me, however you want to. And I'll be sure to pull out, maybe 20 of those questions because we're going to have quite a few fellas there. And I'm putting a number on it, whatever they are. I'll take them and I'll just shuffle through them in as much time as we have, as many as I can get through. I'll get them out there for you. Appreciate y'all listening. And I did say appreciate. I appreciate you all listening. Peace and blessings.